you seen Star Wars?
I absolutely love this new wave of Star Wars announcements where you get nothing on the movies, you barely get anything about the shows, but boy do we get information about these new Star Wars video games. And another one has been announced. I can't even keep count of how many we have at this moment. But anyways, this is a little bit better in my opinion because this is making things right. This is doing something and fixing a wrong. We are righting a wrong, and that is Amy Henning. Amy Henning was meant to make a Star Wars game called Ragtag. That was the project name, and this is going to be under EA, and the developer was going to be Visceral Games. Of course, EA, for some reason, decided that single-player, story-driven games are no longer relevant in today's medium, so they canceled the game. They shut down Visceral. But that is not the end of the story. This new article from Lucasfilm says, Skydance New Media today announced a collaboration with Lucasfilm Games to develop and produce a narrative-driven action-adventure game featuring an original story in the Star Wars galaxy. Helming Skydance New Media is award-winning writer and is a legend in the gaming industry. And that's pretty much the end of the article in terms of things that are relevant to this announcement. If you guys don't know Amy Hennig, she is one of the main people behind the Uncharted series, which did very well, and I really do love those games. So I'm pretty excited to see her come back, but I'm also so proud of Lucasfilm and Lucasfilm Games for doing this because they really are righting this wrong of EA did not take this story. And according to like the people who are in the know about how this stuff works, is that the story was something that Lucasfilm approved of, but it's a Lucasfilm story. So EA does not have to be involved with Ragtag going forward because it's not a story that EA owns. And this is basically a revival of Ragtag. This one account called account NGT, which is a funny name for an account, but this person is extremely reliable. They leaked the Star Wars Eclipse information like maybe weeks, if not days, before the official announcement came out. But according to a new report shared exclusively to DualShockers by account NGT, the new Star Wars game is codenamed Project Walton. For the uninitiated, this person who leaked it, account NGT, is quite credible leaker in the gaming industry with an excellent track record and is a person who leaked Star Wars Eclipse details way before anyone knew about it. Coming back to the leak itself, it's further stated that the game is the revival of Project Ragtag, which was being developed by Visceral Games before the studio shut down in 2017, and the project was canceled in 2019. Furthermore, it's also stated that the game will be based on the Rebel Alliance era, which is also known as the Classic era, where the original trilogy, episodes 4 through 6, take place. Notably, Project Ragtag was also reportedly based right before Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, so this does make a lot of sense. And that's the end of that specific article. So it looks like this thing is just kind of getting back on track with Ragtag and what that game was going to be about and what it was doing. If you guys want to see more about Ragtag specifically, Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net on his YouTube channel, he has like a actual video breaking down the plot and everything, the synopsis of that story and the characters. So that's pretty cool if you guys want to learn more about that game specifically. I think they're going to change a lot of what that was for the most part, because Project Ragtag was canceled in, well, technically Visceral's was canceled in 2017. So this thing has been kind of idling for 5 years. And I think with the improvements that we've had in video games and the consoles, we have this next generation of consoles already here. I think that means that the new version of this game will be far superior in terms of gameplay and quality than what we would have had under EA. And maybe they don't have to deal with like a time crunch. I mean, I really wonder in terms of management how this new studio, Skydance, is really going to do things different compared to Visceral, and how having Lucasfilm Games giving them kind of an open-ended book into the sense of being like, hey, you guys can do what you want. You started the story. We're going to let you finish it. How that is going to be different than the management under EA. So I really am curious on what Amy Henning is going to say about this game going forward. I think they were working with Doug Chang on some of the concept stuff. I wonder if he's going to come back to help out with this game again. This is the game that I've been most excited for a long time in terms of what EA had announced. I mean, this was the game that I was really only looking forward to from EA. And surprisingly, they dropped the ball. But believe it or not, Lucasfilm Games brought it back. And I mean, we have to give them props. I mean, whoever decided this at Lucasfilm to say, let's just keep this project going, you know, I think that's amazing. And I like that it is set during the original trilogy era. That's kind of worn out and worn thin at this point. But I think with it being like Uncharted, what better era to go to? I mean, that Uncharted game really feels like it would be set in the original trilogy, in my opinion. If we were going to take Star Wars and mix it with Uncharted, I'd want it to be in the original trilogy. Sequels, maybe a little bit too recent, maybe a little bit too modern, but definitely the prequels are far too modern, and you don't really have that authoritarian empire there to deal with, and I feel like that is perfect for the kind of style of Uncharted games. And Wonder what this game is truly going to be about. What characters are we going to play? Are we going to see anything relevant to the Force? Because I think a game like this, you need to be playing as a smuggler, as a bounty hunter, as someone who is an outlaw, and maybe, just maybe, do what 1313 never did and deliver us on this smuggler bounty hunter vibe of a game set in a galaxy far, far away during the original trilogy, and have it be a beautiful, great story just about smugglers out on the Outer Rim, doing what they love, doing what they know. I think the Star Wars game has a lot of potential, and what's great is they haven't even given us a date, they haven't really given us a synopsis, they're just saying, hey, this game is happening, and it's coming. We don't know when, we don't know how, but I hope they do it right, and I hope they take their time. These rushed games have been proven to be a difficulty over the recent years, and I think with EA out of the picture, Amy Henning has nowhere to go but up. I have nothing but faith in her. I love the Uncharted games. I'm sure I'm going to love and enjoy this game. But comment your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this new Star Wars game that is Project Walton, which is a replacement and a revival of Project Ragtag? Are you guys excited about this? Are you kind of nervous with it being Lucasfilm Games and it's kind of new? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Star Wars Only. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.